I can't hear shit.
All right.
Yes.
What
Welcome.
the fuck was that?
I don't know. That had sound. It
I
didn't
didn't
have
hear
sound on
anything.
there. It didn't have sound for some reason. That was really weird.
That's
Incredible.
fucking horrible. I literally talked into the mic and I was like, oh, Treasy's restarting this. And then I saw the top 5 thing and I was like, oh, no, he's not.
Fine.
I was going to start yelling at you how I usually yell with really bad slurs.
Let's just start over then.
That was great.
I did not know we had a porno beginning too. That will be great. We can transfer that over. We just switch the graphic over, and then as soon as that gets in, tons of man love in a hot tub. It's going to be great.
What I like is that we might only do 3 of these, and Treasy has 17 different opens.
Yes,
That's what I love.
Hey, man, I got to be prepared. Welcome to the From the 108 Way Too Early pregame show. The show that makes you wonder why we wouldn't start this later for a weekend night game. Beefloaf, how are you doing this fine morning?
I'm as tired as you guys are, but I wanted to bring it full circle. I wanted to wear this giveaway, which was the giveaway on the day that Chris Sale cut up all those jerseys, and we got to the ballpark, Treasy. We never get to the ballpark early for a giveaway. We got there for this one.
Yeah.
And we saw on the scoreboard Matt Albers was going to be the starting pitcher. And we were going around trying to find information, and our beer vendor was the one who told us, hey, this is what I'm hearing. You know, we're like, oh, wow, that's a thing. You know?
Well, so we got that.
Dismissed that. Like, there's no way in hell a grown
that
man
really
did
happened,
that.
right?
Well, you guys forget, though, that there was so much talk that day after the Albers thing about Chris Sale being traded. Like, so that everyone thought that he had been traded. And then there was the Photoshop picture of Yohan Moncada from Instagram with the Sox hat on.
Yeah, yep.
And like everyone was like, it went down. The trade happened. And then our beer vendor's like, no, they suspended his ass because he cut up all the jerseys.
Yeah,
we're like, what?
Send him home. It's great.
And as our good friend Aloha Mr. Hand would say, that asshole Adam Eaton had one because he knew it was going to happen and he didn't tell anybody. So he hid it and he snuck it out of the clubhouse like a fucking anti-hero.
I don't know why Adam Eaton would want that jersey, by the way.
Well, Adam Eaton's an asshole. But you know what he's going to do? He's going to retire on that jersey. And he won't share with any minor league baseball players.
My Sox Summer, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. And we had a fantabulous yesterday afternoon into evening. And so much so, you know, I got to drink booze when I wake up. Some partially to stop the shakes, but partially to go back to sleep. Normally, I'm rocking a huge thing of coffee when I'm doing these with you guys. I have in the last 2. I am not doing that today because I am going to immediately go back to bed after we are done with this. This was not a struggle to wake up, but again, I question my choices sometimes of doing this with you guys.
How dare you? Treasy, how you doing this fine morning, my friend?
I'm doing good, and I was thinking about how I'm just gonna go back to sleep after this, and then I realized that there's a football game in 2 hours, and I'm like, maybe I'll just stay up and watch that football game. So we'll see how the day goes. We'll see how the day takes me, and we'll see what we got for tonight. But I got to tell you, as I know I don't possibly look like it, but I'm very excited. We're finally getting some baseball in our home park and playoffs.
Right.
Playoff baseball.
Yeah. I'm not really awake, but I'm very excited.
You will be later though.
Yeah,
I will be wide awake later.
When Quernsey wakes up and starts your blood transfusion to turn you back into more of a human, you're going to be wide awake, ready to go.
That's right.
The Keith Richards regimen that I
right.
Yeah,
just got to hang up the good blood and then just take out the bad blood.
Exactly. So I think we should probably jump right in to a little bit.
Whoa!
And the first thing we got to talk about, guys. The first thing we got to talk about is what. So I'll start in here's the thing that's annoying me the most.
Drink.
The bats are dead. We scored 4 runs in that game, but not a single extra base hit. Like you can't have it. That can't be the way that they play tonight. Like someone's got to someone's got to put the ball in the air. Someone's got to get the ball out of the park. Like you can't live with a bunch of singles to get in, a few runs against the Astros. It's just not going to work. Not going to work.
No. Nope.
Yeah, I mean, the White Sox are on 0 extra base hits for the entire series so far. They don't have one single extra base hit. And even in this last game, the Astros had 3. They had 2 doubles, and they had the Kyle Tucker home run. The Astros have had a home run in each of the 2 games. They had Tucker in game 2, Yordan Alvarez in game 1. The lefty killers that we were worried about have been fucking killing us.
What I really wish Adam Rude was in the chat right now, so then he could tell me how many runners have been left in scoring position, and then he would get mad at me because I called him by the wrong name. But I did that on purpose, Adam. Jeez. But that's something too. Right? You can't. You're saying you can't hit singles. We had a bases loaded, and we're just like blip, blip. Fuck no. You got to get a hit. We did not get a good hit. It's a good one, Treasy.
Yeah, you got to drive in those runs, man. That's what this team's supposed to be really good at, and just wasn't there. Beef, what's yours, man?
You know what? For me, it's been the defense. The defense has been incredibly subpar, and it's not just the noticeable stuff. The Lurie Garcia screw up is the most obvious one, where he did his twirly whirlies and shit. I don't know if he actually makes the play, even if he gets a good read on that. But it's shit like that. It's little shit that, like, Eloy made the throw home on the fly ball, the sacrifice fly. Now, it was questionable whether or not he should have thrown home or not. Number one, should he have thrown to third and stopped the runner from advancing from second to third? But also, Yaz didn't catch the ball at home plate. And there's been a lot of that little shit where it's like they're missing the cutoff. Or when they throw the ball in, someone drops it and the ball fucking rolls away. And not always has it turned into an extra runner. But what it looks like to me on defense is just kind of a lack of focus. And even the positioning looks bizarre sometimes. Like a ground ball that you think, okay, here's the ground ball double play to end this inning. There's no one fucking there. And you're wondering what's going on with the positioning, and then what's going on with the focus on defense as well.
When the dinosaurs that are in the booth are questioning your defensive positioning, because even they noticed, right? The most obvious play is you have Aaron Bummer in, who does what? Throws ground balls. Yeah. Throws ground balls all day. Yep. Negative 10.5 launch angle for his whole season. He's going to get ground balls. I believe Altuve was on third. If the balls hit up the middle, you're not getting Altuve at home.
You're not cutting him down. Yeah, you're not cutting him down at the plate.
So why are Hernandez and Timmy in it all, especially on a infield that plays very fast?
Right.
Why are you not at double play depth? Yeah. If they were at double play depth, and this is important because Cesar Hernandez was in as opposed to Lurie Garcia.
Yep.
They should make that play. They should have doubled up. I think was it Alvarez that was hitting? I forget exactly who was hitting, but they should have been able to turn a double play there. It would have been a difficult one. Granted, the ball was hit hard. It was pretty much up the middle. Yep. But if you're positioned well enough for that, you could have got to that. You could have made a play. You could have at least got one out.
Right.
Instead, it's just a grounder up the middle, and Timmy and Cesar had no chance.
Right.
The most frustrating part about that, Chirizi, was not the inning and watching them miss 3 straight up the middle fucking balls. It was the next following inning when Little Legs Altuve gets one right up the fucking middle and turns the goddamn play. You're like, listen, if this little guy can do it, we can do it. Like, it's not like it was positioned, like it was hit straight in the fucking middle. And he got to it and turned the goddamn play. Yep. And we couldn't do it 1 out of 3 times? Fuck this. That was mad. That made me mad. Made me drink more Goose Island beer and the nice retro cans over there at the ballpark.
Oh, we had a lot of those, baby. A lot of buckets. It was wonderful.
It's good.
My Sox Summer, what do you got, man?
So for me, we're playing against a good team that can hit. What's the last thing you want to do with a team that can hit? Give them fucking free bases. We walk so many fucking people. 5 fucking walks. We checked it yesterday when we were up at the Goose Island Tap Room on Fulton. I was like, they had to walk 5 fucking people.
Yeah, 5 by Giolito, and then I think it was 1 more. Give me 1 second.
I thought it was 4 and 1, but anyway, it don't matter.
It was 5 by Gio, 1 by Crochet, 6 walks,
so
6 free passes to the
6
Astros.
fucking walks to a team that can tee off on you anyway.
Right.
What? This is our ace. This is our ace. This is my buddy. Used to be my homie. Used to be my ace. And he's putting people on base. Listen, I get it. Nerves, bubble guts, all that bullshit. And it's not easy. It's not easy doing that. But this is what we've trained for. This is what they've trained for. This is what they should do. You can't give them the easy stuff. Make them fucking earn it. Throw a fucking fastball in the lower corner. Do something. Just don't give it to them because they're going to take advantage, and they fucking did. So
I agree. You can't do it. Can't give free passes. I think we've got to talk a little bit about La Russa and just what he did in this game, because it was odd, to say the least. The Cesar Hernandez substitution was done so strangely. So, I mean, and this isn't hindsight shit. Lurie was up in that, I think, whatever inning it was, sixth maybe.
Yeah.
And Beef, I turned to you and we started talking like, why is Lurie still in the game?
Right.
Like, what is he giving you? Because he can't hit. Right, he's showing that he can't hit, and he plays terrible defense.
And he flubbed that ball.
So Cesar's the better option. So we were like, hey, just put Cesar in here, and hope that first half of the year Cesar shows up. And they didn't, and so okay, I was like, fine. They don't want Hernandez in. That's what they're
they don't
deciding.
trust him, basically. Yeah.
The next batter is Adam Engel, and I know it's the next inning.
Yeah,
but then he pinch hits Hernandez. Like, he's basically putting in a defensive replacement in Hernandez, right? I mean, like, you're improving your defense by putting in Hernandez, but you actually make it worse because now you took out the best of the three defenders that you're working with here. I was baffled by that. And then like things like using Crochet 2 days in a row, which he didn't really do much during the season. Like, I don't know why this all of a sudden he thinks it would work.
It's just it's
bizarre. And not using Kopech.
Yeah.
Well, it was an interesting one thing. Push back on the Crochet thing. I was thinking the same thing, Treasy, when it was happening in real time. But then I thought back a little bit more about it later, and I thought maybe it's because he felt like Crochet could get the strikeout there, and they were desperately in need of getting a strikeout in the situation. Maybe that's why he went to him instead of Bummer. I'm a proponent of going Bummer earlier in the game like that because these are all like kind of basically do or die games. But Bummer didn't do shit later on, so maybe it wouldn't have mattered, But I agree with you. There were some peculiar things. He in game one, Tony waited way too long to get Lance Lynn out of the game.
Mm-hmm.
In game two, he waited a batter or two too long to get Giolito out of the game. So, I mean, it looks like the timing just isn't quite there for him, like as far as like the speed of getting the starter out of there. Dusty has been on time with his guys, and it's like his starters have been more effective, but it's not like he's leaving them out there forever. He's getting them the fuck out of the game when it's timely as well. I think he only let Framber he went 4 1/3, so he let him get 13 outs. That's it, and then turn it over to the bullpen. I mean, like, I think that Tony's still getting warmed up to the speed of a playoff game, and fuck, we ain't got much more time. He better be warmed up the fuck by tonight.
Mm-hmm. There's no more learning days.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah. Well, that's on me, guys. Hopefully I do better the next time. Well, there ain't gonna be no next time after today, so unless you fucking figure this shit out, old man.
Speaking of which, how do you guys feel going into game 3? My summer. Go ahead.
I feel like I'm oddly confident, and it's just because I can't see this team laying down and taking a third beating, and that's the most, and especially in front of this crowd tonight that I know is just going to be raucous. It's just going to be total effing chaos. I feel like over on 35th and Shields, and I just can't see them laying down. I think your bats are going to definitely have to be moving and they have to wake up and go because it's just they've been quiet. They're rested. So let's fucking hit. Like, you're home.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing with the play. That's the thing with the playoffs. It's one game at a time, right? It's like it doesn't matter the first 2 games now because now we're in this. The fucking internet fucking hates me. It's win or go home time right the fuck now. So like I just can't see the team laying down. They're too good to lay down.
Beef, what do you think, man?
You know what? Me as a fan, I'm feeling violent. I'm feeling aggressive. Not in an adverse way towards Astros fans or anything like that. I'm just feeling like I'm ready to bring it for me, myself, and I think a lot of White Sox fans are feeling that way. We got the blackout tonight. I plan to lose my goddamn voice at this game tonight. That's how ready I am to do whatever I can to help this team get this, the stadium pumped up, and give our boys the best chance.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Treasy? What say you?
I'm simultaneously excited to go and see a game, see a playoff game in person.
Yes.
It's been a long time. But also just a little nervous about the hitting. Like it's got to show up. Like, I mean, like if it doesn't show up, it's just going to be miserable. Like there's nothing more miserable than watching your team lose in a game where they're just doing shit at the plate. Right? Like you lose a game 15-14, you feel like you struggled through that and like, oh man, you just, it's like in the NFL when it's like the last possession, whoever gets the ball last, and like, and that I can deal with a little bit more than just going out there and just seeing like nobody making good contact. I should say nobody except Luis Robert making good contact. And so I'm in the back of my mind dreading that scenario. I just need to put some booze in my mind to push that scenario out and focus on the fun that we're gonna have going to this game, because it's gonna be a great time, man. I'm very excited for that.
That's Treasy 100%. And I thought about this when I was walking down. If today is our funeral, at least all our friends will be there, and they'll be serving beer. So if we're going to go into the postseason, which I don't think we are, or off season, if we're going to go into the off season today, at least we're going to be with friends, and we're gonna pound beers, and we're gonna spend way too much money on them, and it's going to be great. I might even buy a pretzel. We'll see.
Oh man,
big purchase.
We'll see.
Are you gonna pay for the cheese?
Oh fuck yeah, dude! You know what it's gonna be? It's gonna be a $3 cup instead of a $2 cup because it's playoff cheese now.
Yeah, playoff cheese.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's gonna be good.
Playoff cheese, the best. Playoff cheese,
the best kind of cheese to go on your pretzel.
Beef, tell people how they can find us, especially for the rest of the postseason and then into the offseason.
That's right. Yeah, we're going to be focusing mainly right here on YouTube. So right now, all of you are watching this stream. We appreciate you. We have been working towards a goal of getting above 1,000 subscribers. Mm-hmm. We're there, but we want to keep fast forwarding to higher and higher levels of subscribers. So if you're watching this live stream right now on YouTube and you have not subscribed to the 108 YouTube channel, I want you to smash that subscribe button. That allows us to go from making 11 cents for the stream to maybe 38 cents. Puts more money in the 108 coffers, and then we can give more back to you. And as Treasy mentioned, we're going to be doing a lot more content, especially in the offseason. Definitely in the postseason, then in the offseason. Yep. On the YouTube channel here, we have about 20 different plans we were going through, different things we might do when we were drinking our beer, Little Friday Lager, at the Tap House at Goose Island. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you.
Heck yeah. MSS, man, what's for lunch today?
Dude, I don't know. So when I was at the Mariano's picking up that golden ale with the retro cans for the White Sox from Goose Island, I picked up a couple bagels. They had 2-pack bagels, and I got an everything bagel, and I ate those 2 yesterday. And so today I have the poppy seed ones. So this is what I've been doing recently. I've been toasting bread, putting a little mayo on there, Treasy's favorite. Slap a piece of cheese on it, and then put some like pepperoni, and then put some salami on there. And I've been eating that normally. Like that's been my lunch with like a shitload of carrot sticks. That's what I ate yesterday for lunch. I was like a child. I'm like this shoveling, like those old potato sticks that they would have that you could put out on like salads and stuff. Old ladies had them. I did that with these little carrot sticks. I looked like a child. I had a pile of carrot sticks. I was like, I don't want to eat a full salad because I don't want to shit myself at the tap room. So I'm going to just eat all of these little potatoes, little carrot sticks. So that's what I did, mixed in with the other thing and an apple. So I'm probably going to do the same thing. We have the same kind of food here. You guys are gracious enough. Loaf was gracious enough to let us have dinner. I did not steal any pizza in my pockets like I normally do and have for lunch the next day. So I'm probably going to have some salami and some pepperoni, and I maybe defrost some brats. Have 2 of those on the way down to the park tonight. So we'll see.
I was a little worried where that was going.
Yeah, me too.
Some dog in the freezer.
Defrost some dongs. I thought you thought what I was going to say. I was going to defrost my dong. So
Fellas,
in anticipation of the no FAP thing being over tonight, because we'll get that dub. So yeah,
I love it. I love it. So it's Dylan Cease Day. So I want a key point from each of you what we need to do today to actually win this game. I'll start with you, my Suck Summer.
Well, I want to say they need to start off like they did on Thursday, but just keep the hitting going. So like you Timmy did what he was supposed to do. Came out and he fucking got a hit right off the bat, got on base, and we were like, fuck yes. This is the team we're supposed to see. Guy gets on base, guy gets on base, guy gets on base. Inning over, we scored 1 run. What the fuck? So today, let's just keep that bats moving and make it happen. And as JJ is saying in the fucking comments right now, we know Dylan Cease is a tepid little bitch. If he does not get some run support right off the bat, this guy's going to be like, oh my God, what am I into? And people are going to be going nuts. So like, yeah, I think the biggest thing you got to do is get those mats moving early, start it off, and just keep going.
Beef, how about you, man?
You know what? I was especially pleased that they ended up choosing Dylan Cease for today, because one of my main concerns coming into the series was the Astros make more contact than any team in the major leagues, and the White Sox pitching staff strike out more people than anyone in the major leagues. And both of those are strengths for their particular teams. The Sox, especially, as I talked about in the first part, the defense has been sloppy as hell. The remedy for that is don't let balls in play. Just strike out more motherfuckers. And Dylan Cease is the antidote. In the second half, out of qualified starters in the major leagues, Dylan Cease was number 1 with a bullet, 35% strikeout rate. So this is the guy that we need on the mound, who more strikeouts, less balls in play. I don't know. I will not cut this up. No,
Hulk out of it.
I may have to cut this off of me because it's so tight. Dreezy, I put it on this morning. We were laughing about how tight it was before, but this season's put like 15 more pounds on me. So I was like, especially below the camera level,
where you can see it.
Is
your belly hanging out? Yeah.
It's not hanging out, but I should.
It's got to look. Yeah, I was gonna say it's got to look like a mid '80s college football jersey on him.
Yes. No, it goes all the way down. Well, almost all the way down. You can see a slight bit of underbelly. But really, what I should
get
do
up.
I should
you don't have pants on. Remember, you don't have pants on. Stay down.
I should cut the sides, so I got a little relief in the sides. So just let me loose a little bit there. I haven't though. So yeah, I may have to cut myself out of this, but it won't be a sacrifice. It'll just be to get me into some other clothes. But no, Dylan Cease is the key, and the strikeouts are the key, man. The White Sox need to come with the strikeout rate. So far in this series, you know, the White Sox are only striking out the Astros at about a 21.5% clip. White Sox pitchers during the season were striking out hitters at almost 27.5%. So it's nowhere near what they were doing all year. So they need to ratchet that back up. The White Sox need a performance where they strike out the Astros 14 times tonight, and they'll win that game.
So Chirizi is like the sidecar to the W tonight is that if Dylan Cease wins this game and gets it all turned around and we get everything going and we end up winning the series, like Papa G can just shove it right up B-Flow's ass sideways too. Isn't that like part of the the motivation for you too? It's like, God, this is going to be so great. Like the guy that turned it around is the guy that B-Flow's hates. So this is great.
I don't even want it to be public. I just want Beef at the end of the game to get a text from a number that he does not know that just says, I fucking told you, asshole. Signed Papa G.
I thought it would be more like, how about them apples, Ivy League boy? Numbers day. Chirizi, what's your key to the game today?
So I mean, I had Cease as, I think Cease needs to be aggressive, right? Mm-hmm. But you know what I've been thinking about this morning, other than going back to sleep. I've been thinking about, we're starting the game on defense. And then we're going to come up to bat because we're at home. That's how baseball works. Mm-hmm. But I was thinking, if Timmy makes a really nice play to start the game, to make, let's say the third out of the inning, just really nice play, and then comes up and leads off with a home run, we win that game by 45 points. It's a 45 run differential. I don't see how you lose a game if he does that. And I think Timmy hasn't really been anything during this series. I haven't seen much from him. And so I think he's the guy, if he has a really good game and starts things off really hot, it'll spark the team. I think that it'll get things going.
Do you think he's as important or would be more important or less important than a Jose Abreu fucking smashing a dinger to start that motherfucker off, like his first at bat.
I think the Jose Abreu thing might just be too expected. Like I think they're waiting on Abreu to fix things for them. And I think Timmy's got to stand up and say, like, this is on everybody.
Yeah.
And Luis Roberts been trying to do that.
That's the thing.
But not really anybody else.
So,
I
was sorry. I was just gonna say that, like, I made a comment, no one's been stepping up, and that was not true. Luis Robert has been fantastic in the offseason. Like, he has done everything he fucking possibly can to win these games. And I am, except for that bad stealing, which I don't even know if that was his fault. But yeah, he's done fantabulous so far.
Well, you guys talking about Abreu, Abreu drove in the only run on Thursday. And then on Friday, when Abreu was up in a key situation, they totally pitched around him. So I don't think the Astros plan, I think, is Abreu ain't beating us. Make some of these other dudes beat us. And Grandal hasn't done shit in this series. I mean, Eloy's been extremely quiet in this series. Like, kind of the guys hitting behind, like on Friday, the first three got on base 10 out of 15 times. And the guys behind them just didn't do enough work to get them in. It should have been much more runs.
Yeah, I can't agree more.
That's the truth, Ruth.
So much like we've been telling you for the other pre-games, where we're going to be today. Well, today we're going to be at the ballpark. So we will be in section 108. So there's not a lot to think about there. Nope. But if you're coming down to the game, I put a blog up yesterday. There's a lot going on today, man. The marathon, I think the marathon's starting in a few minutes. And that's going to go kind of right up until gates. So like the stadium's down towards the last miles of the race. So that's going to be a problem when people are coming in to try and get in the lots right when they open. And if you are driving, make sure that you prepaid. If you didn't, there's a couple lots that you can get to in at McCormick Place and IIT that you could park in with day of pay, but everything else is prepaid. So just make sure you're all set up so they'll like get that stress out of your life if you're coming down to the stadium. And that's it, fellas. And,
no, it's not. It's not.
It's not it.
It's not it.
Next summer. What do you got?
Remember, today is a blackout day, so you're supposed to wear black. So unless you're Ken WO, make sure you wear an all black shirt. Or this could work, right? Our 108 shirts, the girl dance shirt, all this shit could work. It's fantabulous. Okay. Also, I don't want to hear one fucking single person go, I got there with plenty of time. And they got there at 6:15. Ain't going to work today, guys. You want to get in that lot before 5 o'clock if you can. Okay. We are notoriously late arrivers. We are getting into the line 5:45, 6 o'clock. An hour and 10 minutes before first pitch. That says something. Okay. So get in line. Second, big props and thank you to everybody at Goose Island yesterday that tried our beer, gave us good comments on the beer, and let us buy them beer. It was fun. Right now, you can only get it at the Fulton Tap Room, which is on 1800 and 1900?
1800 West Fulton.
West Fulton. Yeah. So it's over in an industrial area. This is where Goose actually makes the fucking beer. There's parking, and you just roll right up there. They're great fucking people. They have this nice little app that the youngest member of the group teach me how to use yesterday. Teresi showed me how to use a fucking QR code that's only been around for 72 years. And I fucking ordered beers. It's very easy. They bring it right out to you. You can tip them. You don't touch anybody. Ain't getting COVID. They also had a really nice bathroom set up. Only thing I didn't like, you had to walk upstairs to get in and downstairs to get in. And stairs, beers. So anyway,
there was 4 stairs.
You can only, shut up, man. Like I want people going.
Like 4 stairs.
I want people going. I got there and I was expecting like a huge stairs at like the Grand Canyon or something. They are not. There are 4 stairs. This is what you can get though. You can get a nice crowler. It is 32 ounces. And you can take these home. They will pour it fresh in here. You got to drink within a couple days. There it is, 108 Pilsner. Pilsner is actually kind of a lager. So when you hear, hey, Mike's Last Summer, why did you say Little Friday Lager? Pilsner lager, same thing. That's what I heard. So if you like Pilsners, it's actually a Pilsner. But anyway, it's fucking delicious. It's like a nice floral Pilsner is what I would say. A floral with a little bit of haze.
What
would you guys say?
I was so nervous, my sock summer. I was so nervous to get there. I got there first.
Yep.
And we ordered some. Well, first of all, you pull up a menu and seeing from the 108's Little Friday Pilsner like blew my mind to start, because like it didn't become real until that moment. But I was like, this has to be good. Like this, I was like so nervous that I like, even if it was a good beer and I just didn't really like it, because we've definitely had those, like when we were with Bader Brow, I remember there was a few beers where you guys were like, oh, this one's really awesome. And I was like, yeah, this is not my jam, Right. And so I was really worried that it would be in that kind of category. But I got that first one, and it was like, what's nice, it was like, it's October, but it was actually a hot day yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so you get this nice ice cold Pilsner on a hot day outside. Oh man, it was perfect. I mean, like we got to get them to can that up for next year. That's going to be the tailgate beer for sure. I know we're like only supposed to do this thing for like 20-30 minutes, but you brought it up, my sock summer, the bathroom, and we got to talk about Beef Loaf. Just not knowing how to use a small facility.
I went in the second after he told us the story. I still couldn't figure out how the fuck he did what he did. I was like, wait a minute.
All right, fine. I'll explain.
You got to tell what you do there. And this isn't. Don't worry. If you're watching and you're like,
it's
oh
not
no,
disgusting
it's not gross. It's not gross.
No.
So they got these portable outside bathrooms that are beautiful. I mean, very
really
nice accommodations, better than most indoor bathrooms. So you walk up these couple stairs, like my sex was mentioning, go inside, and they have the partitions between the urinals. And so first off, I went too far into the partition, and so I kind of got stuck in there, like I was stuck in a phone booth or something. I pissed. I had to wedge myself out of there. And Tracy's like, that's not how you use the bathroom. So after that, that was fine. It wasn't that big of a deal. I moved over to the sink, and they had the soap dispensers kind of on the side here, and then And so what I did is I went with my left hand underneath for the soap, and I backhanded with my right hand. Just giving a little like this to hit the dispenser. And the whole fucking soap came flying into the air like this, right? Now, luckily, as my sock owner mentioned, I got hands like Art Monk. So I reached out and I catch this gigantic thing that's filled with soap but open on the top, so it spills over the top on me. So I've got so much soap on one hand, but I'm somehow able to click it back in there and close it up. And I've got soap all over myself, so I'm like I'm almost taking a whole bath, and the sink is about that big. You guys, it's so tiny, and I'm taking like an entire bath in there to get this soap off there. Now, luckily, I got out of there unscathed. But when I'm trying to tell them, Tracy's like, "Why did you get the soap like that? What's wrong with you?"
You just put your hand under it and just go like this.
The best part of this that you didn't mention is that there's another person in there waiting to use the sink. Well, luckily there's another sink. So
Fuck this two of those motherfuckers.
He looked at me. He looked. I could see him in the background turn and go to the other sink. That's probably a good choice. Things aren't going well at this sink.
I just imagine you were like in Tommy Boy when he's trying to get changed in the airport bathroom or the airplane bathroom, I should say.
Yeah.
You got Loaf destroying industrial soap dispensers, and Treasy, like you said, that super jock didn't even ever have a chance. That's why he broke my super jock.
That's right. I thought about that immediately when he said it. I was
did.
Like, you definitely will break every super jock we buy.
Soap.
I don't know. I made a great play though. That popped up in the air. I made the catch.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed. It could have. If you missed that, I would have went in there next. It would have looked like Ghostbusters 2 in there.
Right?
Exactly.
But all right, I think that's a fine note to end on. Everyone, have a great day. Go Sox. We'll see you at the stadium.
Big
win
baby.
Today.
Let's get one.